I'm watching you.
I haven't seen any of the West since we were told to head indoors. King has to do something about this now. Tell him to get off his ass and hunt those bastards down.
Here we go. Oh.
Want to film a TikTok right now?
Let's do it, Dino. Come here, get over here.
Dino, come over here.
Just, will it play a song for him to dance to?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is great. We're doing it. And that's literally all that matters.
We have to find a song.
We should find, like, what's the top song? Austin, can you pull up, like, the top Spotify song? This...
War never changes. Since the dawn of humankind, when our ancestors first discovered the killing power of rock and bone, blood has been spilled in the name of everything from God to justice to simple psychotic rage.
Danny made me cry, blah, 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 but really it was the fucking chick who posted it on TikTok to all of you other fat chicks who like to watch things that make you upset on purpose, when this was a podcast 7 months ago that you would have never seen otherwise.
Yeah, it's everybody has that tendency, though, too. I mean, we were talking about this before the show started, how bad of an idea it is to go read, for instance, the Danny Mullen Reddit, or for anybody who's in the comedy business in particular. It's one thing... I mean, the D'Amelios, that's another theme of their show, is that people talk shit about them and to them constantly. Yeah. But, I mean, if they had a subreddit anywhere close to what the Danny Mullen regime subreddit is, I'm sure they would already be dead from suicide. Like, a girl model chick doesn't even know what hate is. I mean, the comedians get it the worst. I remember Krista Lee. I used to look at Krista Lee's comments, and before the cancellation, people hated on him all the time.
Yeah, he would engage with them too. That's he was pretty good about it in the comments. He would fucking go after them.
I'm saying it's irresistible to go check in on what people are saying about you, but it's not a good idea. And if you're a fat chick, you shouldn't go seeking out the enemies of fat women, because all it's going to do is make them feel awful, or maybe it'll motivate them. I don't know.
It would be a shame.
lot of it. They like do it for views on TikTok. They try to find the viral outrage. Like, a lot of them aren't even mad. They're just pretending to be mad so they can get other fat chicks to watch their TikTok.
That's true, actually.
It's weird how there's this whole attitude everybody has nowadays of pretending that they're angry or being angry on the behalf of other people who really don't give a fuck. And it's just like, why stop being fucking retarded, dude?
I know a chick, dude. She used to...
If only Mark Zuckerberg could issue a statement like that.
Hey, guys, quit being fucking retarded.
He'll solve everything.
I know a fucking chick. She used to work at Universal. She used to, every time somebody was getting canceled for sexual assault, sexual misconduct, she would say that person, she had an experience with that person.
No.
I swear to God.
Just completely lie?
Lie. Just a piece of shit, dude. I obviously have unfollowed her. But yeah, just make up something on Twitter and put it up.
I mean, that's what the people who were doing that came after us. I mean, Bill Dawes, anybody who associated with me in any way was a rapist, a sexist, a racist.
Yeah.
It's nuts, man. What's going on up there? By the way,
but it's also just means when you want to say shit, you just gotta like sneak it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make the same commentary, but just sneak it in there in more subtle ways.
That's right.
You can still make fun of fat girls.
Yeah.
Use different words, like corpusculant or whatever the fucking, like. There's other words you can use that will evade an algorithm, I think. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Corpuscular.
I don't know.
Colossal women.
Bill, I saw you got your fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu.
No, I'm still brown belt.
Oh, you're still brown belt.
I didn't even know you were.
You're not here to try and steal my secrets, are you? The secret of making Ultrajet, obviously. Oh, damn it. Now the cat's out of the bag. Typical me. I suppose you could say that. Ultrajet is almost double the potency of Jet. Perfect for ghouls. Jet barely affects us, you see. Only trouble is, it's almost impossible to gather the ingredients together. Say, you might be able to help me with that.
Nothing's free in this world, Murph.
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't think you were a freaking charity. It takes 3 things to make Ultrajet. 2 of the ingredients I got plenty of. The other one is a little harder to find. Sugar bombs. For every box of sugar bombs you bring me, I'll pay you 15 caps. So you in? What is it with you people? Stop. What's the deal? You gonna get me some sugar bombs or what?
Yeah, let's try it out, Murph.
Fine, anything to get what I need. Now scram, I got some preparing to do. So, what did you bring me?
Here's all the sugar bombs I got.
Excellent. Keep it coming.
Paid for it?
So, what did you bring me? Yeah, as soon as you bring me some more sugar bombs. Sure, I stay away from them and they don't bother me. It's a good relationship. They live somewhere east of here.
East.
If you're feeling foolish, I think there's an underground way through their place, deeper into the metro station here. Yep, do what you gotta do. Kid, the hell you looking at, smooth skin? Get away from me, smooth skin.
Where?
All my equipment is ready. Just need some sugar bombs.
Ruxin cleaner. Jet.
God damn it, you one ugly son of a bitch. Ah, you're back. Good.
when I first met you, I might have been. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu, dude.
You
Okay,
guys,
but
I
have
always
to go
wanted
soon,
you guys.
But I will. I'm going to be a brown belt for the rest of my fucking life. I don't think I'll be.
When did you get your
Why?
brown?
I got my brown belt right before COVID. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just haven't really been training that much, and you get injuries. And then when you're a brown belt, like this is what it is. When you're a black belt at an academy, they're like, he's one of our black belts. But for me, I was like, no, he's one of our brown belts. You know what I mean? I can still be kind of a fuck up who shows up late
Yeah.
and still high sometimes and hungover, wherever the hell it is. And I'm still like a brown belt. But as a black belt, you got to really represent the dojo. And I think the guy who belted me isn't going to let me.
He's not going
Be
to
a
let you get a
black
black belt.
Yeah,
I'm not around enough,
Let's talk about this. It's interesting, the belt breakdown. I'm trying to help everyday people understand this. My theory is that if you've been training jiu-jitsu dedicatedly for about 8 months, you could probably take out 80% of the male population in a fight. 80% when you're a 3-stripe white belt. You agree with that?
Well, I mean, what are we talking? Are we talking about like on a mat?
On a soccer field.
On a soccer
Full
field.
contact fight, but you found a favorable surface.
I think that's fair.
Maybe,
A favorable surface,
Maybe
right.
it's a parking lot, but there are no cars around. It's empty, and his buddies aren't going to rush out of the pool hall with
Yeah.
steel-toe boots and kick you in the back of the head. It's one-on-one, no time limit in an open space.
But so then you're talking about like grappling will just beat stand up, but at the same time, like then you have eye gouging and all sorts of dirty shit kicking in the balls. I mean,
But if you were a 3-stripe white belt, you might get eye gouged, but then you're quickly going to swing for an arm bar when he's got those fingers and that arm extended, reaching for your face.
Yeah, I think that's kind of true. I think that most people will not be able to take down, at least if you're a blue belt, I think you can definitely take down 80% of the
And keep in mind, 80%, the 80th percentile of income is probably like 20 grand a year. So the 80th percentile in this country, unfortunately, isn't very much anymore. The 80th percentile of good fighters is probably like Austin. Dino is the 75th percentile. And then I think once you get to you're a solid blue belt, that figure jumps up to like 90-something%. Purple belt, virtually everybody you come across, unless he's like the size of an NFL lineman, or he's got his own combat experience.
Who's had no training, exactly.
Yes. Even if I took on a guy who weighed 300 pounds, if you just gave me time, I would beat him. In a no time limit fight. I might have my back completely raw and bleeding after the bout, and maybe I get a broken arm or my ankle's fucked up. He's gonna get choked out though eventually. Yeah. Brown belt is brown belt basically there's no difference between black and brown in practical terms.
That's where you can start a dojo, right? You can run.
Even lower at purple. You can do it.
Okay. Depends where you are, what state, what country. In places like LA, they have so many black belts. Someone's going to be a brown belt starting a dojo. But if I went to Sweden, I could probably start one as a purple belt. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely feel like brown belts and black belts, they always compete against each other at any dojo, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the black belts will dominate, but they're not going to just be submitting the brown belts constantly. You know what I mean? It's hard for a black belt to submit me.
What's the allure of an intelligent man being involved with jiu-jitsu? It seems to be a correlation. There's a lot of these big time celebrities who are very either into meditation, they're into fucking taking care of themselves. A lot of them happen to be in jiu-jitsu too. What is it about jiu-jitsu?
Well, it's just like kinesthetic awareness. Like what happened? Like you have energy coming this way. What can you do? There's so many options and permutations. It's like what they say. It's kinetic chess. Is a term for it.
Kinetic chess.
That's cool. That's Leo is thinking, I'm never gonna do this bullshit. Kinetic fucking. I can't find any word.
I will have to delve into it.
Give him some fucking juiciness here, Bill. It's awesome because you're learning how to beat the shit out of people, but it's the safest way to learn how to beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, no head trauma.
Exactly.
You learn how to it's not even it's like you learn how to submit people. Like when someone is really big and you can just restrain them in a way where they can't.
It's
that's
amazing.
Really, you can humiliate people.
Yeah.
Easy. And the great thing is I was first belted to Henzo Grace in New York, and that was like all cops and firefighters coming in off the streets, you know what I mean? Big fucking dudes from New York and Jersey just fucking ready to fucking go. And I was a blue belt and beating and like submitting and tapping them out, and they were so confused because they're like, I should be able to kick your ass. I'm like, well, that's how you know it fucking works.
Right.
So for someone like you already got the size and the athleticism, it'd be great. You know what I mean? And a lot of people smoke weed and they roll and becomes meditative. You just kind of like, you know, I think it's incredible, man. I mean, it changed my life.
How often do
few
you smoke?
things changed my life.
Do you smoke weed and roll sometimes?
I have. That's like the 10th. This is like the 10th plant shit. That's like the 10th plant thing. I've literally like Went to Roll 10th Planet.
10th Planet is a school that was founded by Eddie Bravo, who's a famous stoner jiu-jitsu.
And Joe Rogan's probably one of the most famous black belts, right? So,
Wow.
but I went to roll with a guy at 10th Planet. He goes, hold on, man. He went out the parking lot and just fucking started smoking weed.
Yeah.
And he came, I mean, it's part of the philosophy.
Yeah, I think it's really hard to roll stoned. But I'll say what I think is so cool about jiu-jitsu is I heard the general manager for the San Francisco 49ers, I forget his name, he's an ex-linebacker. He said that football is the best metaphor for life. I think jiu-jitsu is a really good metaphor for life too, meaning that the lessons you learn in jiu-jitsu are absolutely applicable to your everyday life.
Yeah.
When I first started out, I would go compete in every tournament. I would get choked out or submitted somehow my very first match and have to drive all the way home from Santa Cruz a fucking loser. So to overcome that, I learned that I had to work really hard, in the gym, but also that I had to change my mindset and start believing in myself. Because I would hobble out onto the mat with my shoulders hunched, big eyes, terrified of my opponent, and what my fears were that I was going to lose really quickly ended up becoming manifest, and I would get choked out right away. I learned that you have to step onto the mat with confidence and believe you're going to win. The same is true in life. Also, the hard work you put in the gym, you see those results very clearly in jiu-jitsu. It's a little bit harder in business, for instance, to see the correlation between hard work and the scoreboard, which is your bank account.
Yeah.
There's a delay. Sometimes you could be doing really good work. Maybe you're an artist, but nobody's paying for your work until after you're dead. Jiu-jitsu, it's very clear. You put in the time, you start catching people who you used to not catch in submission holds.
Yeah.
You learn lessons in resilience. A guy's got you mounted. He's got the cross choke sunk in deep, but you just got a centimeter of windpipe left to hold on. You hold on, you hold on. You bridge escape. You're back on top.